But as we have it set up now, whatever whoever recruits them is what wing they go to. Is the way shit works. So, just something to think about. True.
And also, me,
Cause it's
Militia, and
insulting.
myself, the Describe division, we have about 4 to 5 separate documents on spawning times, where the bosses are at, and even descriptions on where to like go to spawn with them. So once we get, yeah, and like once we get that out and about, like that's even more stuff to quiz people on and take them through because then we can be able to put that on the website, and then we can
Yes.
put people, take them through the website and have them go through that. And like, if you're gonna be an infantry, you need to go through this list and do this, blah 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 blah. If you're gonna be guardian, blah blah, blah, just like it sets you up for just more information to be learned and
And
to help us become more of a professional community, I
and the
guess.
and the president's right. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. That's true.
Splatter that bitch with a wraith.
Splatter him with the wraith.
Or like Escape from Ark, the Ranger Commander that comes up on the loading bay or whatever. It doesn't show up right away with the other elites. The elites come up, and then about 5 seconds later, the other dude appears. So, it tricks you, because if you're out and about waiting for him, you're going to get killed by the other elites, and then he'll show up after you die. It's
And
happened to me so many
congratulations, you
fucking times.
guys. Because right now you are definitely scratching the surface of the future. You're scratching the third wall right now. You're doing it. I mean, the goal is one day for every house to have a website questionnaire where you must get a 100% in order to be a member of that house. In which case, when the scribe division actually is ready, they can sit down with Black Shield and we can lay out the coldest, most tedious fucking test to ensure if you're gonna join that house, you're gonna know every fucking thing about that house, or you're gonna fail it 110 times before you get a passing score qualifying you for entry into that house, or to even qualify for a tryout for entry, shall I say, depending on the house. So this is the point, you guys. I mean, if we're having all of our commanders focus on Green Shield information all the time, every week, you don't have time to worry about these other important tactics, such as when are the bosses coming up. Stuff that's going to help us win in game. You don't have time to focus on that. So, I don't want to spend too much more time on this. We definitely entertained a lengthy discussion. But I will suggest that all members here, please get in touch with their immediate house commanders. Take this information back to your houses. Speak to your commanders. See how they feel about the idea of having potentially one person in charge of all recruiting and having all the houses
Okay.
return to doing what they're supposed to. Okay, can you guys hear me? Am I coming through okay?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
we
Okay,
come through.
excellent. All right. So, with that being said, is there anything else that you guys would like to add onto the commander table today? All right, commander table going once, commander table going twice. Let's get ready to move on up to today's general table. Now, this is the one that's going to have a few behind-the-scenes updates for you guys, just to kind of make sure the family's on the same page. First thing first, the May print is already ready, so you can check the news for all last month. It's up. In addition to that, we have successfully introduced our raffle game. It's taken off kind of slow. We do apologize, but it's a lot of terms and conditions and stipulations that we must make sure that we're able to adhere to before we actually went about going to commence to using our family approved gambling license. In which case we have successfully crossed over these hurdles. We have managed to do a financial review of our treasury and what we are available to allot for this first adventure, if you will. Now remember, the 50-50 raffle is more or less along the lines of a donation tab. That's chipping into a bigger pot. 50% of the pot, one winner will keep. The rest of it is going towards the family for operation expenses, paying for other lottos, all kind of stuff. So 50-50 equals donation. Remember that. Now there is a new game called Pick 3. Pick 3 is a lotto. It's a very simple game to play. Pick 3 digits going from 0 to 9. Depending on if you want to play for $1 or $2, depends on exactly what type of odds you're going to have. So for instance, if you play for $1 and you pick 187 and the winning numbers were 187, you're going to get a nice payout. Now for the $1 prize, it's going to be 40 fucking bucks for $1, dude. $1, 40 bucks. If for some reason you guess 189 and you don't get the 187, but you got 2 numbers out of the initial 3, you will receive your full amount back, so your dollar will be yours. Laser shot. Who am I going to demote?
Yo.
Gameaholic, do me a favor. Hit select. Laser, you are taking notes. You're right. Gameaholic's not doing shit, so he's monitoring the chat now. So we're good. Okay, so as I was saying, you guys, if you do play the $1 bet and you only get 2 numbers right, whether it's the front half or the back half, it doesn't matter. You're gonna get your dollar back. Now, we'll just say that you played a $2 game. The $2 game's a little bit different. For one, if you was to pick 187 and the chronological order for the numbers was 187, you're gonna get $100 fucking dollars. Cash. Yours. Money. Yours. If for some odd reason the winning numbers was 871 or any other sequential sequence of 187, the 3 numbers you picked, you're gonna still get $40. There's up to 6 combinations that your numbers can be played. So if you're playing a $2 game, any series of your numbers come up, you're getting 40 fucking bucks. If your number come up in the exact sequence you picked it, you're getting 100 bucks. If for some reason you pick the front 2 or the back 2 of your game numbers, because you have a $2 play, you're guaranteed to get $3 for your time. So just by picking 2 fucking numbers right, you're going to win $1 from T.C.K.
What if no one wins? Does it become a rollover?
Yeah, it just rolls over. Just keeps rolling over. Keeps rolling over.
I
Keeps
just
rolling over.
Like,
out
would it
of
be
the
$200 next time?
I went to wake up. I'm in cardiac arrest. My face
Goddamn.
is turning pink. Hurry up. Hold on, let me get back to this.
This is
I
looking
hope
real,
met
you guys.
fuck
This
when
is
I died in
this is
fuck
not good.
jacuzzi earlier.
Would y'all quit trying and just hurry and do it? Jeez.
Yeah, somebody carry his ass out of here. It's like,
Damn, that leg
Yeah,
out.
put
Oh,
my ass
yeah.
in the fire. I want to be cremated.
It actually looked like somebody put his ass in the fire too. It actually looked like it. Anyway, but just to kind of keep things moving, you guys. I hope you all clear on the new games. I mean, we're doing the best we can to come up with new and exciting ways to keep the member engaged in the website and up to date with information. Now, this lotto numbers will be pulled as of now twice a month. So, how it's being set up, and this is kind of where it gets weird at. You have an on week of being able to play your numbers and an off week to allow the numbers to
What?
collect and play. So, in other words, if you want to be in a drawing for the 14th of the month, then try to have your tickets entered no later than the 10th of the month. The reason why is because, very simple, we use PayPal. And PayPal is a very frickly little system, in which case we don't want to have it set up where if you don't win the lotto, you could just be like, oh, fuck that, give me back my damn dollar. And we have no choice but to give you back your damn dollar. So to prevent that, we have to wait at least 1 week to make sure that all entries are cashed, and then we can actually do the drawing and we'll do a payout. Now, you guys are probably asking yourselves, who is going to pick the numbers? How will we know it's fair? Very simple. Each number, 3 digits, will be picked from the top 3 levels of T.C.K. The vice presidential staff will come up with 1 digit. The president, assisted with Silky Johnston, will come up with the 2nd digit. And I, as Black Shield, will come up with the 3rd digit. So there is no way in hell that any of these 3 numbers will not be totally randomized. They're coming from 3 different departments in T.C.K. So do you guys have any other questions about the game so far?
Why don't you just twitch it and pull the numbers out of a hat?
We can do that if you guys would like. I mean, I have no
I
problem
think that'd
doing
be
it
a
that
lot
way.
fairer, you know.
Okay, well, if you guys would like to do it that way, I was actually already looking into some type of lottery wheel system that I can try to buy or something. So, oh yeah, I have no problem. My dad has a fuckload of golf balls. Maybe I can go get like 10 golf balls and just write some numbers on the golf balls and do it that way. Okay, Forge, I'll tell you what. I know you guys are really crazy, Forge. I know you guys can come up with some really weird, creative shit. So, if you can come up with a map that can guarantee randomization, yeah, 100%. Yeah, so, well, and, well, as it stands, we have 2 weeks before the first drawing takes off. So I'll be taking as many recommendations for how the family feels we should pick these numbers. I personally don't care. As I said, it's 3 digits. So we can just ask a random kid on the street 3 fucking numbers as far as I care. Who cares? But yeah, so best of luck to everyone. Now, in case if you're wondering, why are we doing this? Why? Very simple. TCK cares about one thing more than anything else right now. Traffic to the website. In which case, all of these different activities that we're trying to introduce to the family is designed for one purpose, to increase traffic. We have already done the pros and cons as far as what we can afford and what we cannot afford. We are aware that if we want to increase our chances of having more average, regular traffic, then we need to give you guys something that is going to give you some type of incentive to come back. So the first thing we tried was a free giveaway. In which case, you